I'm Key, I'm 43, I have 4 kids, and in 10 years, I will be work optional. Not by grinding and saving, but by doing what the wealthy families have done for generations. Let me break down my exact plan. Step 1, buy assets that appreciate and that you can borrow against. Not just any assets. I have 4 buckets. Real estate, I don't own rental property yet, but I will. Real estate is the king of tax deduction. I want at least 1 Airbnb in my portfolio for that alone. Bitcoin, I don't hold custody Bitcoin. I buy IBIT, the ETF. Why? Because I can generate passive income from it. And I can use margin against it. More on that in the borrow section. IUL, cash value life insurance. This is the one I'm most passionate about. It's why I got my insurance license, not to sell policy, but to understand how to structure my own correctly. My IUL does 6 things at once. It's my kids' college fund, my emergency fund, my family's 1.1 million death benefit protection, my infinite banking tool, my hedging strategy, and eventually my tax-free retirement income. The infinite banking piece, I am my own bank. I can borrow against my cash value anytime. No application, no credit card checks. I just call them and the money wires in 2 to 3 days. My hedging piece, if the market crashes, my IUL has a floor. I don't lose any money. So in a crash, I pull from my IUL and buy Bitcoin or stocks while they are cheap. That is a major edge. The 4th is stock brokerage. My top 2 long-term hold, IBIT and Tesla, I hold forever. I don't sell. I also hold some QQQI or SPY to generate income dividend around 12 to 14% to reduce volatility of my overall portfolio because Tesla and IBIT are pretty volatile. Step 2, borrow against your assets instead of selling them. This is the key that most people miss. Real estate, you can use HELOC or cash out refinance, pull equity out, use it, the assets keep appreciating. IUL, policy loan, no application, no credit card check. The money is yours to use however you want. Stock brokerages, margin loans, or S-block. Say I have 100K in IBIT and Tesla, I can borrow up to 100%, but I want to stay around 30% just in case the market crash or my stock goes down. So I want to have a safety margin there. I spend the money, and here's the thing, loans are not income. I never sell, so I never pay capital gain. My asset keep going up, which means I can borrow more. And the interest on those loans, deductible. So the whole game is assets goes up. I borrow against them. I never trigger a taxable event. That's how the wealthy do it. When I die, my kid inherit everything with a step up in cost basis. Here's what that means. Say I bought Tesla at 400. When I die, it's at 4,000. Normally, you owe capital gain on that 3,600 gain. But with step up basis, my kids inherit at 4,000. They only pay tax on gains after that. The 3,600 erased. Same thing with real estate. Same thing with Bitcoin. And here's where the IUL ties it all together. My illustration shows that starting at 53, I can pull 73,000 a year in tax-free income until I'm 90. Zero tax. And I don't have to pay the loan back. When I die, they subtract what I owe from the death benefit. And my kids still walk away with over 500K tax-free. So I get the retirement income for 37 years. My family is protected the entire time. And my kids still inherit a lump sum. That's the IUL doing everything at once. That's the master plan. Buy appreciating assets you can borrow against. Borrow instead of selling, so you never pay capital gains. And when you die, pass it all to your kids tax-free with step-up basis. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm a software engineer with 4 kids who's documenting exactly what I'm doing. Velocity to FIRE is about speeding up that plan, doing it in 10 years, doing it efficiently, and building something my family can follow for generations. If this made you think about your money differently, follow along. I'll be sharing every step of the way.